that we don't have kids that end up in bad lifestyles, and we get the drugs out of this neighborhood. And we need God to help us. I'm coming here in a public place, but really, what I'm concerned about is bringing God back. And I'm not saying I'm here to tell you about your life. I'm here to tell you a little bit about my own. And I want to tell God that I need Him. I used to go to that school. They gave me a title that said most school spirited. I loved it. I was part of the football team, and the wrestling team, and the track team. And I used to lifeguard over there at the pool. Then one day, I was working there as a lifeguard. Of course, the pool's gone now. Just like a lot of other things are gone. And I was out there, and these little kids were talking dirty. And they were talking about things that shouldn't pertain to 9 to 10-year-olds. But the thing is we've let things happen where our kids are getting messed up with stuff that they shouldn't know about. And there are people that are messed up worse than others. We have to come back to things. We have to come back to God. We don't need that happening to our kids. I went to this when I was little than that girl. I was smaller than that girl when I first came to this ice cream store. It's a beautiful thing to have a business succeed so long. But the thing is, we have to protect our community. We have to protect our businesses and protect our people. We need to be proud. We need to be proud of this neighborhood and proud of this community. If we're not, we have to say, why are we not? Let's make a change. Let's have something that we can take pride in. You know, maybe somebody can come through one day and say, you know what? The streets are not so clean. Let's just clean it up. Let's just make this a nicer place to live. You know what? If you see somebody and they're walking like a fool and they're a young man or a young woman, take them aside, be their friend, talk to them and say, hey, there's a better way. You have to stand up for yourself because you're part of my neighborhood. And if you're part of my neighborhood, it's like you're part of my family. We have to come together. We have to love one another. But we can't do it on our own. They're not going to do it on our own. We're not going to do it on our own. If we're left to our own, it's all going to fall apart. And so sometimes we need to call out. We need to call out to God. You know why there's broken concrete there? Because there's somebody who's broken in their mind, and in their heart, and in their spirit. We don't need broken kids. We need whole kids. We need a new generation. We need to love them and take care of them. And the only way we can do that is for God to help us. I love my community. I truly do. You know, when I go out there and I play football, my year we won district championship and we won the regional championship and we broke the state record. I thought about how we were going out against all these different communities, and I was representing my community every time I played a game. And I thought about the struggles that we've had to go through. And how sometimes it's hard because you can't get really good work out here, so everybody has to go outside. And when they finally go outside, what do? They decide, hey, I'm going to the other side of town, might as well move. And everybody ends up leaving if they get better. So they said, okay, well, we'll just leave this as a place for people who are struggling. And then they're going to give us a bad reputation. You know, they all like to talk about Valley. But I'm going to tell you something. There's one person who doesn't give us a bad reputation. That's the Lord Jesus Christ.